There's a reason why lottery winners go broke within 5 years. There's a reason why you get a raise and somehow end up just as tight on money 3 months later. There's a reason why no matter what you do, no matter how hard you hustle, you always seem to drift back to the same financial level. Your income is not determined by your effort, but by your internal setting. And that reason has nothing to do with the economy, your boss, or your lack of opportunities. It has everything to do with a device inside your mind that you never installed, you never agreed to, and you probably don't even know exists. Wealth thermostat inside you. It's called your wealth thermostat. And right now, yours is set to a very specific number. A number that was programmed into you before you could even tie your shoes. Every financial decision you make, every opportunity you chase or ignore, every dollar you save or waste is being controlled by this invisible setting. And until you learn how to find it, understand it, and reset it, you will keep returning to the same income level for the rest of your life. As Harv Eker wrote, your income can grow only to the extent that you do. Today, we're going to expose exactly how this thermostat works, why it's keeping you stuck, and most importantly, how to recalibrate it permanently. Think about the thermostat on your wall at home. You set it to 72 degrees. When the room gets too cold, the heater kicks on. When it gets too warm, the air conditioning activates. The system is designed to maintain one thing, the set point. No matter what happens outside, the thermostat pulls the room back to that number. Now here's what most people never realize. Your subconscious mind has the exact same mechanism for money. It's not a metaphor. It's not a cute analogy. Neuroscience has shown that your brain literally has a financial comfort zone, a range of income that it considers normal, safe, and appropriate for someone like you. Step outside that range in either direction, and your subconscious starts working overtime to bring you back. Your brain treats unfamiliar wealth the same way it treats physical danger. This is why people who suddenly come into money through inheritance, bonuses, or windfalls almost always find a way to lose it. And it's why people who fall below their set point suddenly find the motivation to hustle harder. Your brain isn't trying to make you rich or keep you poor. It's trying to maintain homeostasis. It's trying to keep you at the temperature you were set to. Set point controls all. And that set point was installed long before you had any say in the matter. But what exactly determined where your thermostat was set? That answer might disturb you. Between the ages of 0 and 7, your brain was in what neuroscientists call theta state. It's the same brainwave frequency used in hypnosis. During those years, you weren't analyzing information. You weren't questioning what you heard. You were absorbing everything like a sponge, downloading beliefs directly into your subconscious without any filter whatsoever. Give me a child until he is 7, and I will show you the man. And what were you downloading about money? Think about it. What did your parents say at the dinner table? Was it money doesn't grow on trees? Was it rich people are greedy? Was it we can't afford that? Was it the silence, the arguments, the stress every time a bill arrived? You didn't choose these beliefs. You inherited them. And they became the code that set your wealth thermostat to a very specific temperature. If your parents earned $40,000 a year and lived in financial anxiety, your thermostat was likely set somewhere around that range. If they earned $200,000 but constantly feared losing it, your thermostat was set to scarcity regardless of the number. If this pattern is hitting close to home right now, hit like and subscribe to reprogram more of your money blocks. The next one might be the belief that's been holding you back the most. Inherited money code. Because the programming goes even deeper than what your parents said. It's about what they felt, what they did, and what they silently taught you money meant. Here's where it gets terrifying. Your wealth thermostat doesn't just limit how much you earn. It actively sabotages you when you start earning more than your set point. Sabotage. You've seen this in your own life. You get a promotion and suddenly you start spending recklessly. You land a big client and then you pick a fight with your partner that distracts you for weeks. You save up a nice emergency fund and then your car breaks down, your roof leaks, and your phone dies all in the same month. Coincidence. Your subconscious doesn't believe in coincidences. It believes in set points. Dr. David Hawkins described this as the mechanism of identity protection. Your brain will sacrifice financial gain to preserve your self-image. If deep down you believe you're a $60,000 a year person, your subconscious will find creative, often invisible ways to return you to that number. You will never outperform your own self-image with money. It might look like procrastination. It might look like bad luck. It might look like poor timing. But it's none of those things. It's your thermostat doing exactly what it was designed to do, maintaining the set temperature. Hidden money ceiling. And the most insidious part, you won't even notice it happening. That's what makes this next piece so critical to understand. If you still doubt the power of the wealth thermostat, consider this. The National Endowment for Financial Education found that approximately 70% of lottery winners go broke within a few years. 70%. These are people who received millions of dollars overnight. They had more money than most people will ever see in a lifetime, and they lost it all. Not because they were stupid, not because they didn't have financial advisors, but because their internal thermostat was set to a completely different temperature than the money they now held. Wealth is not about having great possessions, but about having few wants. Their subconscious mind looked at that bank account and screamed, "This is not who we are." And it went to work. Lavish spending, bad investments, toxic relationships that drained their accounts, generosity that turned into financial hemorrhaging. 1. Sudden lifestyle inflation beyond their identity. 2. Giving money away to relieve guilt. 3. Attracting people who exploit their new wealth. 4. Making impulsive investments from insecurity. The money was external, the thermostat was internal, and the thermostat always wins. Now consider the opposite. Self-made millionaires who lose everything in a market crash or business failure. They almost always rebuild their wealth within a few years. Why? Because their thermostat is set high. Their identity says, "I am wealthy," and their subconscious works overtime to return them to that temperature. This reveals something profound about how we need to approach wealth entirely differently. Your wealth thermostat operates within 3 distinct zones, and understanding them changes everything. Comfort, stretch, panic. The first is your comfort zone. This is where your current set point lies. You know exactly how much money feels normal. You know what restaurants you go to, what brands you buy, what vacations you take. Everything in this zone feels automatic and easy because your thermostat isn't fighting you. The second is the stretch zone. This is slightly above your set point. Maybe you got a raise, a bonus, or a side income kicked in. You feel excited but also anxious. Something in you whispers that this level of abundance is not sustainable. You start checking your bank account obsessively. You feel guilty about spending. You might even give money away just to relieve the tension. That tension is your thermostat sensing the temperature is rising above the set point. The third zone is the panic zone. This is significantly above or below your set point. Lottery winners land here, so do people who suddenly lose everything. In the panic zone, your subconscious goes into emergency mode. It will do whatever it takes to return you to normal, no matter the cost. Most people spend their entire lives oscillating between comfort and stretch, never understanding why they can't break through to the next level. As Napoleon Hill observed, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief isn't just positive thinking. It's the deep programming of your thermostat, and that brings us to the mechanism that locks it in place. The reason your wealth thermostat is so powerful is because it's anchored to something deeper than money. It's anchored to your identity. Identity. You don't just have beliefs about money. You have beliefs about who you are in relation to money. And those identity beliefs are the hardest to change because they feel like truth rather than opinion. Listen to the language people use. I'm not good with money. I'm not the type to be rich. People like me don't make that kind of money. I'm just not lucky with finances. I am not rich. Every single one of those statements is a thermostat setting disguised as a fact. And here's what makes it worse. Your brain has a mechanism called the reticular activating system, or RAS. Its job is to filter reality to match your beliefs. Your brain literally deletes opportunities that don't match your identity. If your identity says you're a $50,000 earner, your RAS will filter out business ideas, investment opportunities, networking connections, and career moves that could take you higher. You won't even see them. They'll be invisible, not because they don't exist, but because your brain decided they're not relevant to someone like you. You're not lacking opportunities. You're lacking the identity that would let you recognize them. This is why affirmations alone rarely work, and understanding why reveals the real path to change. This is the part that nobody in the self-help industry wants to admit. Working harder will not raise your wealth thermostat. Hustle culture is a thermostat trap disguised as motivation. Think about it. If hard work alone determined wealth, every construction worker, every nurse working double shifts, every single mother juggling 3 jobs would be a millionaire. They're not, because effort operates within the boundaries your thermostat has set. You can sprint on a treadmill for hours and never move forward. That's what hustle culture does to people whose thermostat is set low. They work themselves to exhaustion. They grind 16-hour days. They sacrifice relationships and health, and at the end of the year, they look at their bank account and they are in the same place. or worse. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent, but the one most responsive to change. Effort without identity equals burnout. The wealthy understand something different. They don't work harder. They work from a different thermostat setting. Their internal temperature says, wealth flows to me. And so their actions, decisions, and opportunities align with that belief automatically. You cannot out-hustle a thermostat that is set to struggle. So if working harder isn't the answer, what is? The answer lies in understanding exactly how to access and reprogram that setting. Resetting your wealth thermostat is not about positive thinking. It's not about vision boards. It's not about repeating "I am rich" in the mirror. Reprogramming requires rewiring at the level where the program was installed. Remember, your thermostat was set in theta state during childhood through observation and emotion. So to change it, you need to access that same level. The first step is awareness. You need to identify your current set point with brutal honesty. Look at your average income over the last 5 years. That number plus or minus 10% is your thermostat setting, not what you wish you earned, not what you think you deserve, what you actually consistently earn. Your bank account is a mirror reflecting your deepest beliefs about money. The second step is identification. Where did this number come from? What did your parents earn? What did they say about money? What emotions surrounded financial discussions in your home? 1. Write down every money phrase you heard growing up. 2. Identify the emotion attached to each one. 3. Notice which phrases you still repeat today. 4. Recognize these are programs, not truths. The third step is the one that actually changes everything. And most people skip it because it feels uncomfortable. Discomfort equals growth. You must deliberately expose yourself to your stretch zone and stay there long enough for your thermostat to recalibrate. But there's a specific way to do this that actually works. Psychologists call it graduated exposure therapy. You don't jump from a thermostat set at 50,000 to one set at 5 million. Your subconscious would reject it instantly, just like a body rejects an organ transplant that doesn't match. Instead, you raise the temperature gradually. Here's how. Start spending time in environments where your target income level is normal. Not to pretend you're already there, but to let your subconscious observe that this reality exists and that real humans live in it. Visit neighborhoods where people earn what you want to earn. Read biographies of people who built wealth from nothing. Listen to how wealthy people talk about money, not with fear, but with calm confidence. Proximity to a higher thermostat setting begins to recalibrate your own. Next, practice what researchers call identity rehearsal. Before you fall asleep, when your brain naturally drops into theta state, visualize yourself not just having more money, but being the person who naturally earns it. Feel the calm, feel the ease, feel the normalcy of it. As the philosopher William James noted, act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. New normal, new identity. This isn't manifestation magic. This is neuroscience. You are literally creating new neural pathways that redefine what your brain considers normal. And there's one final piece that seals the recalibration permanently. The final piece of the thermostat reset is this. You must make financial decisions from your new setting before your bank account reflects it. Decide first. This is where most people freeze. They want the evidence before the belief. They want to see the money before they change their identity. But that's not how thermostats work. You set the temperature first, and then the system adjusts. The thermostat is always set before the room changes temperature. This means investing in yourself before you feel ready. It means saying no to opportunities that match your old set point. It means making financial choices that align with who you're becoming, not who you've been. It means tolerating the discomfort of being in your stretch zone without retreating to comfort. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Self-made billionaire Sarah Blakely has spoken about how she actively reprogrammed her relationship with failure and money by redefining what both meant to her identity. She didn't wait for permission. She set the thermostat first. Set it higher now. Your wealth thermostat has been running on autopilot for decades. Every financial frustration, every cycle of earn and lose, every feeling that money just isn't your thing has been this mechanism doing its job. But now you see it. And the moment you see the thermostat, you can reach out and turn the dial. You walked into this video wondering why you always end up at the same financial level. Now you know, it was never about talent. It was never about luck. It was never about how many hours you worked. It was always about the invisible thermostat running beneath every financial decision you have ever made. Your set point was installed in childhood, reinforced through identity, protected by self-sabotage, and maintained by a brain that confuses familiar with safe. But here's the profound truth that changes everything. You can reset it, not through grinding harder, not through wishing for more, but by deliberately, patiently, and courageously raising the temperature of what your mind considers normal. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journals, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. The quality of your wealth depends on the setting of your thermostat. If you made it this far, comment thermostat reset to prove you're ready to turn that dial. Your mind is either programmed for wealth or poverty. Now you know how to reprogram it.